So Rose and Claude, your sons painted 8 of the murals in La Gale so far. What was their experience as artists in painting the murals? What's the process and the journey they've been through?
Well, for them, because they were both have such a love for art, and they hold it so, it's something they've done their whole lives, and they still do. It was certainly opening many doors for them, and new experiences and new opportunities, and even in their portfolios, it's something they can show, because Daniel, as we speak, just finished his master's and in art.
Mark is working on his bande dessinée,
cartoon production?
It's comics.
Yeah, comics and that, and he's got one that a publisher is looking at now, and I'm not exactly sure where it's at. But going back to the murals, the boys were probably one of the most exciting things about the murals is that they were getting a little bit of cash. They were getting paid for the first time for their art, really. Not that it was, you know, lucrative or anything, but it was for them. It was good that at least they were seeing some fruits from their labor, from their work.
You might give us a summary of the mural?
Well, it's a early agriculture in the province of Alberta, where the horses were the means of doing most of the work on the farms, and the fellow on the plow there would be my son's grandfather. It's Paul Chauvet, and well, a depiction of him, and he got his degree in agriculture, I believe. Was it agriculture?
Just a general BA, if I recall.
Okay, general degree in BA, and most of it was done while he was still working on the farm and studying, and that's why he's got a book on his lap there on the plow. I suppose the fields might have been suffering a little bit because of that lack of it. And the other part of it, you see the barn and the garden, and would be the great grandfather working in his garden. Apparently, he was quite the gardener and very proud of his gardens. And one thing, I remember one of his daughters once told me that she said, "You would never want to be a weed in Grandpa's garden," because you wouldn't stand a chance. Anyways, and also that, the depiction there of the water. That's at the homestead. Excuse me. There was a flowing well, and
an artesian well.
Yeah, and some of the water there still flows today, I believe.
Okay. What would have been the boys' greatest challenge in doing murals?
Well, the later ones is probably, excuse me, was the distance. St. Arnaud family, and they did that one in Montreal, and then the panels were brought over by by family transport. Probably the one that they're, I should say that they cherished, not necessarily the most proud or what, but the one that they really got to express their own freedom type of thing was the one that they did a couple of summers ago. The one with the 150 different faces from people from the community, people from friends and relatives and that. And they did, at one point they were painting something like, what, 7 faces or something per day or even more. So, and the faces are quite good.
So that's a trompe-l'œil, if I believe they did that drawing yet.
Yeah.
That's a call nowadays. It's a trick eye.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's quite a few. It's multi-dimensional, let's say. It's not just the faces. There's the eye. There's the scenery behind the scene and stuff like that. Yeah.
Moving to the next stage and the stories and the values behind the murals. And probably for the next 4 or 5 years will be the process of moving those human elements behind the stories and behind the murals that we have in La Gale. So it'll be way more than a town of murals. It will go way beyond. So I know it was hard, but I thank you very much for your sharing.